Your job title means nothing anymore. Yeah, I said it. While everyone's busy polishing their LinkedIn profiles and bragging about being Senior Vice President of Advanced Strategic Innovation, the entire career game has changed, and most people haven't noticed. Traditional career paths aren't just dying, they're already dead. And if you're still playing by the old rules, you're setting yourself up for disaster. I'm about to show you exactly why your stable job is the riskiest bet you'll ever make, and how to completely revolutionize your career using a strategy that turns chaos into cash. This isn't some feel good motivational stuff. It's the brutal truth about work that nobody else will tell you. The big lie we've all been sold. For decades, we've been sold one version of success: get good grades, go to a fancy college, land a corporate job, climb the ladder, get a gold watch at 60, and retire. That's the dream, right? Wrong. That dream is a nightmare, dressed up in a business suit. We've been taught that security comes from company loyalty and prestige comes from job titles. But here's what's really happening. Think about the last time you went to a high school reunion. The people who followed this traditional path perfectly, they're not the ones thriving. They're stressed, overworked, and terrified of losing their jobs. Meanwhile, that kid who everyone thought was crazy for dropping out to start a YouTube channel, he's making 6 figures a month. The person who switched careers 5 times, they've built a diverse skill set that makes them invaluable. The traditional career path was designed for an industrial age that doesn't exist anymore. It was built when companies needed workers for life, when technology moved slowly, when global competition was limited. That world is gone, but we're still using its outdated playbook, the devastating numbers nobody talks about. The numbers are absolutely shocking. 85% of workers worldwide are completely disengaged from their jobs. Think about that. 8 out of 10 people are just going through the motions, dead inside from 9 to 5. The average job tenure has dropped to just 4.1 years. Remember when people used to stay at companies for decades? Those days are gone. And here's the kicker. Over half of the Fortune 500 companies from 2000 don't exist anymore. Let's break this down even further. A McKinsey study found that 375 million workers globally will need to switch occupational categories by 2030. That's 1 in 3 workers. The World Economic Forum predicts that 65% of children entering primary school today will work in jobs that don't even exist yet. And get this, the average millennial will have 15 to 20 jobs during their working life. Remember Kodak? They employed 70,000 people at their peak. Those were considered dream jobs. Stable, prestigious, the whole package. Then digital cameras showed up, and boom, 70,000 jobs vanished overnight. Those people trusted the system, played by the rules, and got destroyed. Same story with Nokia, BlackBerry, and countless others. But it's not just tech companies. Sears, once the Amazon of its day, employed 300,000 people. Now it's bankrupt. Toys R Us, Blockbuster, Lehman Brothers, the list goes on. These weren't small startups. They were institutions. And their employees believed they had job security. But wait, there's more bad news coming up. The AI tsunami that's coming for your job. AI is now doing to white-collar jobs what automation did to factories. Lawyers, accountants, analysts, the safe careers we were told to pursue, are getting replaced faster than you can say ChatGPT. Meanwhile, student debt in the US has hit $1.7 trillion. People are drowning in debt for degrees that lead to jobs that won't exist in 5 years. IBM's Watson can diagnose cancer better than doctors. JP Morgan's Coin software reviews legal documents in seconds, work that took lawyers 360,000 hours annually. Goldman Sachs replaced 600 traders with 200 computer engineers. Even creative jobs aren't safe. AI is writing news articles, composing music, and creating art. The craziest part? This is just the beginning. OpenAI's GPT-4 can pass the bar exam, write code, and solve complex problems. Google's DeepMind is making breakthroughs in scientific research. We're not talking about some distant future. This is happening right now. And while this AI revolution unfolds, universities are still teaching outdated curriculums. Students are graduating with obsolete skills and mountains of debt. The average student loan debt is now over $37,000, and many graduates can't find jobs that justify that investment. Here's the brutal truth. Loyalty to institutions is a fragile, outdated bet. Those stable paths everyone talks about, they're illusions. The riskiest thing you can do is trust these so-called safe systems. When they collapse, and they will, you're left with nothing. So what's the solution? This is where it gets exciting. The personal startup revolution. You need to treat your career like a personal startup, not a corporate cogwheel. Let me explain what I mean. Instead of betting everything on one company or one job title, you build portable assets, skills you own, an audience that follows you, products you create. This is about becoming anti-fragile. When chaos hits, you don't just survive, you thrive. Think of it like this. A traditional career is like buying a ticket on a sinking cruise ship. You're at the mercy of the captain, and when it goes down, you go down with it. Building a personal career is like learning to build and sail your own boat. When storms come, you can navigate them. When opportunities arise, you can chase them. Let me give you a real example. My friend Sarah was a marketing manager at a Fortune 500 company. Great salary, impressive title, the works. But she saw the writing on the wall. Instead of just doing her job, she started a marketing blog on the side. She shared her insights, built an audience, created digital products. When her company downsized, she wasn't devastated. She was ready. Within months, she was making more from her personal brand than her old salary. Here's what this looks like in practice. And trust me, this is where things get really interesting. Your three-step action plan. First, you need to build personal leverage. Every skill you learn, every connection you make, every piece of content you create, these are your assets. They can't be taken away by a layoff or a recession. Let's break this down. Skills. Don't just learn what your job requires. Learn complementary skills. If you're a developer, learn design. If you're in marketing, learn data analysis. The more skills you stack, the more valuable you become. Connections. Your network is your net worth. But I'm not talking about collecting LinkedIn connections. Build real relationships. Help people. Add value. Your network should be diverse. Different industries, different roles, different perspectives. Content. Document your journey. Share what you learn. Whether it's blog posts, videos, or tweets, creating content builds your personal brand and demonstrates your expertise. Second, think of your career as a portfolio, not a single job. Multiple income streams, diverse skills, a network that spans industries. Here's how to build your portfolio. Primary income, your main job or business. Side projects, freelancing, consulting, digital products. Investments, stocks, real estate, crypto, if that's your thing. Passive income, royalties, affiliate marketing, course sales. The goal isn't to work 100 hours a week. It's to create multiple streams that can each grow independently. Third, design for optionality, not dependency. You want choices, not chains. This means keep your expenses low so you're not trapped by a high salary. Build skills that transfer across industries. Create systems that can run without you. Always have a plan B and C and D. Let me paint you a picture of what's coming. 3 scenarios that will define the future. In scenario 1, AI replaces entire departments overnight. The only people who survive and thrive are those with an audience, intellectual property, and a personal brand. Everyone else scrambles for the scraps. Imagine waking up to find your entire accounting department replaced by software. But if you've built a personal brand as a financial expert, created courses, written books, and have an audience, you're not unemployed. You're positioned to teach others how to work with AI, consult for companies making the transition, or pivot to a related field. In scenario 2, credentials collapse completely. Nobody cares where you went to school or what your degree says. They only care about what you can actually do, what problems you can solve, what value you can create. We're already seeing this. Tech companies are dropping degree requirements. Bootcamp graduates are getting hired over computer science majors. Portfolio and proven results matter more than diplomas. The person who can demonstrate their skills through real projects beats the person with perfect grades every time. In scenario 3, and this is already happening, career paths splinter into thousands of micro-careers. People become part entrepreneur, part creator, part consultant. The one-track career is dead. The multidimensional professional is king. Think about modern professionals. They might code in the morning, create content in the afternoon, and consult in the evening. They're not defined by a single role, but by a unique combination of skills and interests. This isn't about being a jack of all trades. It's about creating a unique intersection of skills that makes you irreplaceable. Winners and losers in the new economy. Here's who wins and who loses in this new world. Winners are the people building skills, brands, and products. They're creating content, launching side projects, building audiences. They own their upside. Specifically, winners. Learn in public, sharing their journey and insights. Build personal brands that transcend their job titles. Create intellectual property they own. Develop multiple income streams. Embrace change and uncertainty. Network across industries and disciplines. Focus on solving problems, not filling roles. Losers are the ones clinging to resumes and job titles, waiting for promotions that will never come, trusting systems that are actively failing. Specifically, losers hide their knowledge, fearing competition, rely solely on their employer's brand, create nothing they own, depend on a single income source, fear change and seek false security, network only within their company or industry, focus on climbing ladders, not creating value. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds overwhelming. Where do you even start? Your immediate action steps. Here's your action plan starting today. Start learning publicly. Share your journey, your insights, your failures. Create a Twitter account, start a blog, make YouTube videos. Don't wait until you're an expert. Document your learning process. Build visibly. Create projects, write articles, make videos. Every piece adds to your portfolio. Start small, a GitHub repository, a Medium article, a LinkedIn post. Consistency beats perfection. Own your upside. Stop trading time for money and start building assets that compound. Create digital products, build an email list, develop intellectual property. Diversify your skills. Pick one complementary skill to learn this month. If you're technical, learn marketing. If you're creative, learn data analysis. Cross-pollination creates unique value. Network differently. Stop collecting business cards. Start having real conversations. Help people without expecting anything in return. Join communities outside your industry. The future is already here. The signs are everywhere if you know where to look. Independent creators are making millions. Solopreneurs are building global businesses. Portfolio careers are becoming the norm. The gig economy is exploding. Remote work is standard. But here's the thing. This isn't just about making money. It's about freedom. Freedom to choose your projects, your clients, your schedule. Freedom to pivot when industries change. Freedom to build something meaningful. The old system promised security in exchange for conformity. The new system offers freedom in exchange for courage. Which will you choose? Your critical choice right now. If you don't design your own career architecture, someone else will build a collapsing prison for you. The choice is yours. Start today. The future belongs to those who build it, not those who wait for it. Remember, every empire in history thought it would last forever. Every industry titan believed they were invincible. Every secure job seemed permanent until it wasn't. Don't be caught on the wrong side of history. Listen, if this opened your eyes to the new rules of work, subscribe to this channel. I'm breaking down more game-changing strategies that'll put you years ahead of everyone still playing the old game. Hit that subscribe button now.